I know all the advertising giants are here, I would please request you, in the interest of your children and the future of the nation and the world, it's very important how we promote this.
So, spiritualism also has an ism at the end.
If it's an ism, that is also mindless.
Where do you see the balance? See, when the ball is set rolling, today, I'm sure that if I was to request some of the mothers out here that refrain from pushing your child into this, that, the other, I'm sure all of you will throw me out of the house because the ball has got rolling. There are other students in the class. They want their child to be better than the others. So the question really is…
That they do only till they're 12 years of age, after that they're doing their own thing.
True, but I'm saying that if in a society which around the world is moving in that direction, what are the few suggestions that you would give to people to try and bring that sense of balance that you're talking about?
India, still largely, the parents are still pushing their children towards a certain educational qualification because survival is still a strong force. Except in a thin veneer of society which has gone beyond survival, the larger part of India is still striving for survival. In most families still somehow get to the engineering, get to the medicine, get to IAS, something because survival. Survival mode is still strong. That should not last forever. But when a conscious mode comes, when survival is not the big issue, when conscious mode comes, at least now there are no compulsions. When survival mode was on, there is a certain compulsion. Everybody became doctors, whether they liked it or not. Everybody becomes IT engineer, whether they like it or not, because survival. But once the survival mode is over, the blessing of being beyond survival concerns is that you can choose. You want to create another level of compulsiveness, this is madness. This is sheer madness. When survival is in question, everything is by compulsion. The dictates of survival will determine what you should do and what you should not do, or what you can do or what you cannot do. Very few will escape that. But once the dictates of survival are gone, you're off the survival mode, this is a time when you should consciously choose. This is not a time to imitate other people. This is not a time to take mass decisions. This is a time individual people can flower. Because the essence of human life is that individual human beings can grow to their full potential. If that doesn't happen, you have degraded the humanity. You have taken away the possibility of what those individual human beings could be. Our education systems are still in that mode. These education systems were created so that you could be a cog in the larger machinery of industry or business or whatever they have created. Reducing a human being into a cog who serves a certain machine is once again only significant as long as survival is in question. Once that's taken care of in a society, it should not exist, but unfortunately, we try to fix them into a different machine. When you have children, you must understand, first of all you must understand, children don't belong to you. They don't come from you, they only come through you. You must understand the privilege that another life passes through you and becomes real. You must be always grateful and see it as a privilege. This is not a time to exercise your right of property. It's not your property. An individual human being cannot be your property. It is not for you to fulfill all your unfulfilled dreams through your children. Yes. It is not for you to drive them in any particular way, harness them in any particular way, no. Does it mean to say you just leave them? So the question is, if I don't influence them, somebody else on the street will influence him, somebody else in the school will influence him, so better I influence him. In terms of… the best thing you could do with your children is… It's okay, we're going off the advertising track.
I'm still there.
Okay. We'll come back to that. when you… when you have children, one thing is, the moment a child arrives, a whole lot of parents think it's time to teach. I want to ask you a simple question. Between you and your child, if the child is below 10 years of age, between you and your child, who is more joyful, you or the child? The child. Then you please tell me, who should be a consultant for life? The miserable one or the joyful one? So in the process of so-called growing up, people have become so rigid, they smile once in 5 days. Laughter happens when they get drunk only. Only drunken laughter you hear, you don't hear simple, joyful laughter in many places. So they have become like this. When a child comes unknowingly, without knowing why, you laugh, you crawl under the sofa, you do this and that, you learn to throw a ball properly. You do things which concern life, which you would have never done by yourself, simply because this bundle of joy has arrived in your family. And it's a privilege. It's not for you to shape it and twist it and make it like you or not make it like you. Your business is only to protect it from every influence. This is the best thing you can do. People keep asking me, Sadhguru, how is it that a whole range of things you can do and you know, how is it? So the thing is, I remained uneducated. It's not an easy task, I want you to understand. Because from the first moment you're born, your parents, teachers, adults, just about everybody in the world is trying to teach you a whole lot of things that never worked in their lives. Yes. They're even telling you where God lives, His address, His children's names, His birthday, everything they know, but they don't know a damn thing about themselves. So, a whole lot of things. If you can keep your child just the way he was born, an active intelligence, no conclusions, you would do the best thing for him, believe me. But he won't agree because he would like to influence him with his advertisement.
I only have dogs, sir, and they don't listen to me anyway. So I'm fine. You spoke about survival. Now there's a very difficult thing, where do you draw the line between survival and consumerism? Like for instance, in our country, there's a whole lot of emerging rural middle class. Where do they draw the line? They're looking at you, they're looking at your cards. So where do you draw the line? What is survival? I think it was survival when a man lived in a cave. Then he wanted some more air, so he made a window. Then slowly he made a garden. Then he made bedrooms and bathrooms. Where does it end? Now, do you call it consumerism, or do you call it betterment of lifestyle, or where does it stop? I don't know.
See, right now our standards have become like this. Everybody wants to do what America does. If all the Americans put carbon dioxide in their water and drink it, everybody drinks it and says, oh, this is the real thing. Even a kindergarten child knows this body does well with oxygen, not with carbon dioxide. If all the Americans wear only blue trousers, everybody in the world, across the world in blue trousers. If all the Americans tear their pants in their knees, everybody tears their pants in their knees and walks around. So knowingly or unknowingly, we have promoted America to a leadership position. So because we're just imitating that, We need to understand, America evolved as a nation in a completely different kind of geography, in a different kind of atmosphere. The people who went as the first, today they call it as the fathers of… founding fathers or whatever, these were not the elite of United Kingdom, these were not the most educated, people who were treated very badly, segregated in many ways, who could not have a good life here, risk their lives to go across the oceans. It's not like today, a few hundred years ago, going across Atlantic is as good as leaving the world. People took that risk because the life here was so bad and so without possibility. So when these people went, the first thing is they saw a lush, limitless land. For somebody who lived on a small island, America, North America is a limitless amount of land. So they went and the only way was to splurge everything, from water to land, agriculture, everything that they built supersize because they were just working out their poverty states that they had there. This happens in every society, but unfortunately that culture grew in the same way and the whole world is taking to it. Is it right or wrong? I'm not questioning the morality of it, I'm only questioning the practicality of it. I'm not saying which is right, which is wrong. Everybody can live whichever way they want. So if all of us want to live whichever way we want, at least we must have this much. At the beginning of 20th century, we were only 1.6 billion people. Today, we are 7.2 billion people. The United Nations predicts that by 2050 we'll be 9.6 billion people. If we really want to splurge and do whatever we want, at least we must reduce our population. As a generation, if you do not produce children, at least that way, you can do your consumerism whatever you want. You want billions of people to grow and then consume, this is suicide. There's nothing else but suicide. So, instead of leaving it to the predictions and saying by 2050 we'll be close to 10 billion people, if we consciously aim by 2050 we'll be 3.5 billion people, not by killing anybody, just by postponing the reproduction process. If you do that, you don't have to express so much concern about what individual people are doing. And another thing is, if people are little… there is more space in the world, the need to imitate somebody will be much less. This is happening because we are all cramped up in one place. What somebody does immediately affects us and suddenly we look high or low. So we have to upgrade our stuff too immediately. If there was little more space, you will see the whole consumerism process will come down. There is all packed up in cities like this, in one apartment house if there are 500 people living, if one kid carries this one, everybody wants to carry that one.
Have you ever felt like your own mind is working against you? Days that start with a fog of confusion and end in mental fatigue. Your thoughts scattered, your focus fleeting, your inner world a storm of noise. We live in an age of information, yet feel a deep lack of clarity. We chase endless stimulation, yet lose our connection to our own innate intelligence. But what if I told you there's a path? A way to unlock the full potential of your mind, to cultivate sharpness, and to find profound inner stillness without retreating from the world. Thousands around the world have walked this path, guided by the timeless science of yoga. Many started exactly where you are, feeling mentally stuck, overwhelmed, and searching for a way to expand their own capabilities. They believed their intelligence was a fixed trait, a limit they could never surpass. And yet, they discovered within themselves a capacity for growth they never imagined was possible.
Shambhavi Mudra.
Like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, eating disorders, and many of these kinds, which are all essentially generated from within. All these things can be quelled from within if only we are willing to pay a certain level of attention to the innermost dimension of who we are. Inner engineering is a powerful process of approaching the inner core of who you are in a scientific manner, and this is definitely a way to create a healthful life.
Now, that same transformative power is available to you right here, right now, through the profound wisdom shared by Sábio. The journey begins with a simple, yet revolutionary understanding. Your brain is not a static object. It is alive, dynamic, and capable of remarkable growth. Recent scientific studies are only now beginning to confirm what the yogic tradition has known for millennia. Through dedicated and precise practices, you can literally grow your brain, enhancing its function and expanding your intellectual and perceptual abilities. Imagine a daily practice, just 21 minutes of your time, being the catalyst for a monumental shift. Within just a few months, this small commitment can bring about a significant improvement in your mental clarity, your sharpness of thought, and your overall intelligence.
So something that I particularly noticed is how comfortable I am within myself. My insecurities seem to have reduced a lot. My relationship with others also had improved significantly. I think I became more inclusive than what I was before.
Up until Shambhavi in January 2021, I've just been living with pain in the body. The first result I'd like to point out about Shambhavi Kriya is that it's had a tremendous effect on my physical well-being. Somehow, some way, I don't know the science behind it, but it's keeping me free of pain. Being able to sit without noticing my body for long periods of time, that has just had tremendous impact on my mental and emotional stability.
Took inner engineering. Like I said, this is a
This is not a mystical promise. It is a tangible, verifiable outcome of applying a powerful inner technology. The yogic sciences offer a direct method to engineer your interiority, to cultivate a mind that is not a source of turmoil, but a brilliant instrument of perception. At the heart of this transformation lies a practice of immense power and antiquity, Surya Kriya. While many are familiar with Surya Namaskar, which is a beautiful salutation to the sun, Surya Kriya operates on a much deeper, more fundamental level. It is not merely a physical exercise or a gesture of reverence. It is a potent spiritual process designed to activate the inner sun. What does this mean? Within your own system lies a reflection of the grand cosmos. The sun, the source of all life and energy on this planet, has a correspondent within you, the solar plexus or Manipura chakra. Surya Kriya is a meticulous and powerful practice that systematically awakens this inner solar energy.
Shambhavi Mahamudra, just a simple practice for 21 minutes increases brain function and neuronal regeneration. This means as you grow old, you will become more intelligent. Usually young people think you're getting stupid. Yes, your brain is actually growing, you understand? It's getting better by the day. Now there is scientific evidence. We always knew this, but today a meter has to say it. If a man says it, it's not true. If a man says it, it's doubtful. But a meter has to say it. Now the meters are saying it. The meters are saying your brain is actually growing by doing a simple 21-minute practice. And you don't believe the meter. You just do the practice for 3 months and see, you will see how clear and how smart your mind is suddenly. Surya Kriya is a powerful process of activating the sun within you. When I say activating the sun within you, sun is in every aspect of whatever you see on this planet. Fundamentally, it is the solar energy which is driving life on this planet. So when we do Surya Kriya, we want to generate that energy within the system. There is a cousin to Surya Kriya, which is a Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is a kind of practice that evolved out of Surya Kriya. Surya Namaskar is largely a way of saluting the sun, but Surya Kriya has more spiritual intentions. Surya Kriya has more powerful connotations attached to it.
When this inner sun is ignited, it brings a profound balance to your entire system. It stabilizes your body, calms your mind, and aligns your energies, creating the perfect foundation for life to blossom within you. Unlike Surya Namaskar, which is about paying homage, Surya Kriya is about internalizing and embodying that solar power. It is a way to generate a stable, lasting source of energy and light from within, sustaining and nourishing every aspect of your being. This awakening of inner energy is the key to unlocking your true potential. When your system is balanced and energized, your mind naturally becomes clear and incisive. The fog lifts, the mental chatter subsides, and you are left with a profound sense of presence and capability. This is the state where intelligence is not just about processing information, but about profound perception and insight. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, Sadhguru reminds us of a fundamental truth that underpins this entire journey. The grace of yoga is always present.
The grace of yoga is always upon you. Just keep yourself open. Keeping yourself open means keep your normal concerns aside. Who is thinking what about you, what is happening, what is not happening for you, just leave that aside. You're breathing, you're alive, this is the greatest thing. Become available to the grace of yoga. This will become a fantastic thing. It's not far away, it's within you.
It is a boundless, ever-available force, like the very air we breathe. It is not something we must earn or strive for in a desperate chase. Our only task is to make ourselves available to it, to become open and receptive. This requires a conscious decision to set aside the burdens we carry, our worries about what others think, our anxieties about the world around us, the endless loops of our own thoughts. It means cultivating a state of simple, willing openness. The Academy is an online platform designed to guide you on a journey of balance and self-transformation. Inside, you'll find exclusive video lessons and teachings inspired by Sadhguru, one of the world's most respected masters of yoga, meditation, and conscious living. You'll discover how to quiet the mind and awaken your inner energy. how to nourish your body with awareness and vitality, and how to bring spirituality into your daily life, even amidst the noise of the city. These teachings have already transformed millions of lives across the planet. Entrepreneurs, artists, parents, professionals, ordinary people who rediscovered the joy of simply being. Because yoga is not just exercise, it's a science of inner alignment. When practiced consciously, it reorganizes your body, mind, and energy. For less than $20 per month, you'll have unlimited access to all content inside the online Yoga Academy. You'll receive yoga practices for beginners and intermediates, guided meditations to calm the mind, teachings about healthy eating and conscious living. New exclusive lessons added every month. You can watch anytime, anywhere, at your own rhythm, in your own space. No rush, no pressure, only presence. Maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for, a gentle reminder that it's time to take care of yourself, to turn inward, to reconnect with the essence of who you truly are. Click the link in the description of this video or visit our channel's homepage and join the online Yoga Academy Wise Guru today. We're available only 100 vacancies, and the first 10 people to sign up will win 3 ebooks from Sadhguru. So register now by clicking on the link that is in the description of this video.